what's going on?
Hello, old friend. This is the Dare Show podcast where I talk music, I talk whatever I want to fucking talk about. So today I want to talk about this week. I want to talk about something, just a little catch up. Beyonce and this is Beyonce oh Lord, is Beyonce an enigma at this point? I feel like a lot of what she's doing is very private. Well, not even like what she has been doing for probably like the last 7 years. Very structured, very private, very rehearsed in a sense. And it's very confusing, especially now, this new album, she didn't want to put any visuals out. She wanted us to like the music, listen to the music, blah, 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 shabba, shabba, llama, llama, llama. So I'm just like, is she an enigma? One of my favorite Lady Gaga songs. I think I need to update my favorite Lady Gaga songs. I'll write them down and just entertain myself. It's Enigma, and it's just like that. Lady Gaga's Enigma thing was people didn't really know who she was, and she kind of kept herself, changing herself up, made the public not really know who she was. But yet, you can tell who she is by her music and the things she says in her music. There's no diva demands and stuff like that. So I'm just in terms of Beyonce being an enigma right now, it's just she's coming off. Is she an enigma? That's just the question. She needs to perform "Break My Soul." When I saw her at the Solange situation, Solange, what's it called? Orchestrated the music for a ballet. And when I saw her, I don't know why she was wearing some kind of spandex and this giant suit situation thing, and I was just oh my gosh, this is the aesthetic of this time period and the music that she is trying to give. Break My Soul, she would look so I still want to know if she's gonna do SNL, but I guess not. I think she's in Paris right now. I don't know, the rumor, I hope that rumor does come true in the next couple of months, that she's gonna sing at SNL, and hope she does eventually sing it. I really don't care about the visuals as much anymore, as much as I'm can we just hear it live somewhere? What's going on? Why? What's the hold up? What's the breakthrough? Formation got the Super Bowl, Drunken Love got the Grammys. If I Were a Boy got the Europe Music Awards. All these things have had their first performance, and it didn't take 2, 3, 4, or 5 months. It's so weird, and I'm so confused. Go to the Tim Hall show, go to Oprah's house, do it live from the Parkwood bathroom. Come on. Give us something. It is so weird. It's so weird. But anyway, just let me move along. But that whole aesthetic of her, the suit. So she doesn't have to you don't have to give us choreography. You could just sit there, bop to the beat, and sing, "You Won't Break My Soul." Oh my gosh. I feel we're out of touch. We're out of arm's length, where and then the whole enigma thing, she's been having these private parties, I believe, and nobody's been posting anything from it from inside. We don't know what it looks like. We don't know we only know is the paparazzi pictures that people are wearing. It's just oh my goodness. An enigma. But congratulations to Make It, Say It Again, Girl, the song she did with the Isley Brothers and Ronald Isley. It's #1 on the R&B charts. Now, I would have totally forgot about this if I didn't accidentally click the radio button when I was going to lunch yesterday, I clicked the radio button and it was playing. I was like, oh my gosh. And it's just like, still, those vocals are so beautiful. It's just like, she was singing his part. It's not like she was singing his part. I was like, wait a minute. Is that his part or her part? She was singing and like her vocals are just so beautiful. And it's such like a catchy song. And like, if you don't know, which I didn't know, Second Nature, Destiny Child from their first album, they sampled whatever song. And then on this song, Make It Say It Again, they sample the Isley Brothers song. So it's like this complete giant full circle crazy moment. Like, and it's such a great song. It's really, really, really a great song. And it sounds so great. I guess, once you haven't heard something for a moment, it sounds even better. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So, Cuff It. Let's continue on with this Renaissance album. Cuff It. Cuff It's the next single. Okay, Cuff It is not my complete favorite song. It's catchy. I like the ending part more than the whole song. When I did first listen to it, it definitely was giving like corny. It still kind of isn't that creative, but it's interesting enough. But it's definitely like corny, especially like with it just was reminding me so much of, what's that group called with Bruno Mars? Whatever they did, him and Anderson .Paak. It just reminded me so much of that, and so it's good. But I'm just like, why is this the next single? And I think it's because TikTok is running the industry right now. TikTok has taken it. What the hell? Taken it off. And everybody's doing the Cuff It challenge or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't really care. But I'm just like, okay. But I think Church Girl was supposed to be the next single, but the Cuff It got it to go scrap. So I think Church Girl is no longer the second single. And like this week, I think they said the 5th. This week, Cuff It is going to be shipped to radio. Okay. Hopefully it'll do good. I don't know, for some reason I keep saying different numbers about it. It's on number 18. Like when the album first came out, I thought it was top 20. Then it was like top 40. Now it's like top 40 or something. I don't know. And then I'm hearing like Renaissance is still like 8 weeks later, the number 1 R&B album. I'm just going to go off what I said, what I've read, because to go to Billboard and try to figure out this information is incredibly difficult. But anyways, I don't know why Cuff It is the next single when everybody's talking about Heated. My timeline every day, every week, nobody's talking about fucking Cuff It. Everybody's talking about Heated, Hot Like Chanel, Throw Me Up in Jail, Drake, the rap. And she's like mimicking. It's really the best song. The Heart. It was probably like, I think Virgo's Groove is probably the center of the album. But Heated is definitely, I think, a lot of people's favorite, which I'm so confused why it's not the next single. What's that about? I don't know. But we stand Heated in this house. It's number 1 in this house. Like, she's mimicking the fucking beat as her vocals. Yeah, like, it doesn't get any better than that. And then, like I said, the mimicking of the beat is so angelic and so soft. And then you're going up against this hard-ass rap. It's just like this like yin and yang. And it just keeps you so intrigued and so interested. And it was very creative. That's creativity. Okay, that rap is creativity. I don't know how much, she had a hand in writing it, but it was definitely fun, festive, the moment. Okay, so let's move along to somebody who I've been obsessed with for the past month. Ever since I went to the Chromatica Ball, I have been on like this Lady Gaga obsession. You know, when the Virgo comes out in me, it really that jumps out with this obsession shit. And I have been waking up to Gaga, going to sleep to Gaga, watching old performances, watching old interviews. She really gives a lot of interviews. She really gives good interviews, even up until I think she wasn't doing well in the first part of House of Gucci interviews, but that like the last, I think is like the last set of interviews she did. She was like really intrigued. I think she was like sick or something because she looked sick and she was like looking crazy, and I was just like, okay. Um, but anyways, I just want to say about Lady Gaga, what a talent. What a voice. I was watching some of her early performances, or I was watching one. It was Just Dance. And I could see why they were comparing her to Christina Aguilera because her belting and her range was very much Christina Aguilera-esque. Other than that, I don't know why they were comparing her, but but I just like my first memory of Lady Gaga. I wasn't really into Lady Gaga when she first came out, but my cousin was, and my cousin doesn't remember this, but it was like during Christmas or something, and the bridge, how psychotic, so hypnotic, that part, to Just Dance. She was like repeating that, and then she ended up like writing it down, and then for some reason she was like teaching my sister it, and I just remember that was like my first memory of her, and for that to be like over 10 years ago is absolutely mind blowing. But I'm noticing that I'm not a little monster, but I'm definitely a big fan of her voice, her music, the writing. You know, sometimes, you know, the mental health part confuses me about, you know, how she incorporates that into her work and her talking about her own mental health. But sometimes it's confusing, but also I think ever since she's been like, it might have been like a little girl, even like Hereditary in a sense, because she was talking about, you know, the whole Joanne album was about her aunt who passed away when she was like 19, 20 from lupus. And they didn't have the correct treatments for it. Or they didn't know really much, you know, lupus is progressive. We're more progressive in lupus knowledge than they were in the 70s, I think. So for her, I think mental health and health is sort of this like hereditary situation because she would talk about her father and like the whole family just bursting out and crying, and or the way she explains it, it's just like this random like fits of crying, and I was just like, okay. And then, you know, her growing up and being bullied, and then, you know, she was talking about her like being insecure, doing auditions, but you know she wanted to be an actress. It's just like all these things. So that's what I've learned really much from my Little Gaga obsession for the past couple of weeks slash month. Oh my gosh, I gotta get out of this. Um, but yeah, what was I saying? Okay, so Lady Gaga, she's such a talented person, a talented woman. There is a little bit of a nigger in Lady Gaga. There's a little bit of like a nigga in Lady Gaga. Like, it's something very soulful about her that's not completely black enough to be black. Like you would maybe say something like Ariana or who else? It's not like completely black enough, but like her voice is so like dynamic and so soulful. It's so soulful. And when she taps into that soulfulness, especially when she sings jazz, go listen to Lush Life live on the Howard Stern show. Baby, ear candy, just dynamic. That's all I have to say. That's all I can say. You know, from like pop, I'm sure she can do a really great R&B album. It's just like, and there's something in her that just comes out, and it's like, girl, where does that come from? And her 5'2" ass, it's amazing, and it's very inspiring. But anyways, Hold My Hand, the song that I have hated, now I kind of like, but at the end of the day, it still is okay. It's okay. It's a good song. It's a good song. I've been listening to it a lot. Um, but it's going to be, they're saying it's, you know, being front runner for Oscar nominations. So this will be, I think, her third Oscar, maybe second Oscar nominated song. It's going up against like Billie Eilish and some other people. I don't remember. But this is great news, and hopefully we can get a performance of it at the Oscars if this does become nominated. I don't know why they're talking about it so early. I feel like we have a couple of months until the nominations come out. I know the Oscars aren't coming out until like January, February. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I need some water. I'm gonna take a break. But shout out to that song. Hopefully we'll get a live performance. Also, shout out to the little monsters that are listening. Allegedly, there's this Chromatica Ball tour that was taped. You could definitely hear when I was watching this in LA, when I was watching the concert footage, you could tell she was talking as if it was being taped for like something. So it's going to be taped. I mean, they're allegedly going to show the show and then an interview combined with it with Zane. What's his name? Zane Lloyd or Zane Toy something. I don't know. I don't like him. He comes off as like a know-it-all in his interviews. But anyways, let me take a break. I need some water. Oh, and by the way, somebody needs to tell Mariah and Beyonce we are not trying to buy these. We're not trying to buy these items from these brands. Like I don't understand why celebrities sort of collaborate with brands that are not attainable for like the average people. Like I'm not going to Tiffany's, buying a couple of rings and calling it a day. I'm not going to Chopar and buying that gaudy ass, giant ass butterfly ring Mariah is collaborating with them with on. It's just like, can we stick to the music? If we're gonna endorse something, also we already know Tiffany is endorsing this next tour or whatever. Um, but I'm glad somebody said that. Like, somebody tell me, I said we are not. We can afford Tiffany. Let them know. Let them hoes know. Quit it.
Next car, honey, next car.
Wow. I came back and don't even remember how to act. I forgot to even do a mic check. So hopefully, all the sound sounded clear and good on that first segment. But anyways, so welcome back. We're back. Let's talk about the 25th anniversary of the Velvet Rope album. Everybody loves the Velvet Rope. That's all I have to say. The 25th anniversary, who is keeping up with this shit? Like, it's getting out of hand at this point. Mariah just released the Butterfly 25 minutes, according to her. Like, that girl always figures out a way to uh, let you know what time it is. So the Butterfly 25, I guess, is cool, but except for it's like, you guys are like not giving us anything interesting. And I think that's what some fans are talking about with the Velvet Rope. But in general, y'all aren't giving us anything we haven't really heard before, especially with Mariah, after MC30, that whole, situation happened. You're not really giving us anything new. Except for, some remixes. What does she give? She give remixes, a couple of live performances. Oh, one new one. But okay. But anyways, Velvet Rope 25. I think the only thing we're gonna really get is there was a couple of songs, hidden tracks that are gonna be available to listen to. That'll be on this Friday, of the 25th anniversary, which is cool. A while ago, I think like a year ago or a couple of years ago, they finally gave us my favorite DJ Premier, his Together Again remix, which is like the top tier in my opinion. I love it. It's amazing. What else? There's some hidden tracks going to be available. some remixes from Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So it's just like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna listen to it. But I'm just like, it's getting out of hand. And I think it's really because of like Twitter and social media's fault. This is the 5th anniversary of, and I kind of play along into it too. I'm not even gonna lie. But other than that, it's like if you're gonna play along to it and play along, give us something we haven't heard before that's not on YouTube. That's not, some acapella version, but whatever. That's all I have to say about the music industry and these anniversaries. It's an anniversary. Patty, as I switch into my next segment, Patty is out here killing it. She did a private show a couple of days ago. For some black college, and she did a really cute 15-minute set. Lady Marmalade, If Only You Knew, Love Needed Want You, Right Kind of Lover. She did really good. She sounded amazing. She's out here killing it. Hopefully, oh shoot, hopefully we'll get some more of that. We love it. We love Patty. So this next thing I came across was, I'm a big fan of Joss Stone. Joss Stone also has a Christmas album. I think it's out already. And the little single that she was singing, she sounded like she was singing. So I want to go check that out. So American Songwriter did a article, and they said these are the top 10 Joss Stone songs that deserve a revisit. Well, the first one I already saw, and I was like, no, let me talk about this on the podcast. So let's talk. The number 10 is Super Duper Love. Next, I'm out of here. I don't care for that song. The song really sucks. They talk about it's on her second album. Her first album. It's a throwback soulful sound that incorporates into much of her music. That she incorporates much into her music. The track originally released, it's a cover, in 1974. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. I don't care about the song. I actually hear the song. No Man's Land. When a guitar hero and one of the most soulful singers of the past 20 years team up, it's safe to assume the result will be something awesome. I don't know this one. 1976. Tribute to the young soldiers killed in battle. And it's not telling me what album. I've never heard of that song. The Answer. Okay, that's a cute one. From the Water for Your Soul album, The Answer is a buoyantly grooving number that imbues a healthy amount of optimism into life struggles. Yeah. Her ability to pen a gem as well as leader and to lend her vocals to this enduring hits. It's really good. Pillow Talk. I think I like this one. I love this one. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. This uses 70 Souls. This album was really great. Soul Sessions 2 was such a great album. Laid back. Her versatility can be as an artist, true. It hits just as hard, if not more, than any vocal gymnastics she's done in other tracks. Absolutely. It's very, a toned down, writing the melody, beautiful song. Tell me what we're going to do. Okay, everybody loves this song. And I feel like it was number 1, so why do we have to go back to it? I thought we were going to talk about, I guess these are the hits, but semi-hits. Tell me what we're going to do now marked Stone's breakout into the US, yeah. The record company got behind a massive campaign to break the English singer across the pond, with this track paving the way. The shuffling groove and earworm chorus are hard to shake. Also, they forgot to tell us Common's on here. Well, I'm telling you, Common's on this one. So tell me what we're gonna do now. Crybaby, Piece of My Heart with Melissa Etheridge. I don't know that one. It's live. Nobody cares. Fell in Love with a Boy. Beautiful song. I fell in love and I fell in love once completely. For her debut album, Stone covered a classic White Stripes song, Fell in Love with a Boy. She fully made a track of her own with its bearing little resemblance to the original. We love that song. Number 3, You Had Me, You Lost Me, You Wasted. Stone clinched the highest peaking song to date in 2004 with You Had Me, written by Stone. The song features a smooth bass riff as she sings spitting eyes and I still see. Tried to make me down, but I'm breaking free. The track went out to her to earn her Grammy nomination for Best Pop Vocal Performance. Definitely a good one. Okay, wait. Don't You Wanna Ride? I think this is the one I hate. Wait, Super Duper Love. Maybe I hate both of these. Okay, Don't You Wanna Ride? I already know. Okay, Don't You Wanna Ride is number 2 from Mind, Body, and Soul. Features some of Stone's best work, which is why so many of her singles have found their way onto this list. Okay. The 4th track released from this album titled Don't You Wanna Ride, Baby? Oh no, this one's okay. I don't like Super Duper Love. Quickly flipped the UK charts upon its release. She can stop singing Super Duper Love for my sake. Number 1 is Tell Me About It. This one, when she came out swinging off of the Introducing Joss Stone album, which is a great album, a great fucking album. I'm going to say it like that. Our number 1 pick has to go to Tell Me About It. AmericanSongwriter.com says, the song was the first single from Stone's break into the U.S. Top 100, tapping into a 2000s groove and infusing some suggestive lyrics. Tell Me About It remains one of Stone's most enduring hits. Yeah. Okay. This was a cute little article I want to read. To the Dare Show podcast audience, thank you so much for listening. I'm on Spotify Music. I'm on Apple Podcasts. I'm on Spotify Podcasts. I'm on the YouTube. Check me out over there where I have tons of Patti LaBelle videos. Yama 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 yaka. Happy Yom Kippur.
And I have this fierce single that Sammy McKinney and these little guys put together, baby. I got a single that'll make you jump up and dance. And if you can't dance to that, you got a hole in your soul, okay?